Two. Hello, and this is the after show.
Welcome to Last Call of Cthulhu. Hello, Patreon friends. So we just finished the episode, and I actually want to start right with something Thomas just said. We tried something new this episode, Hits and Wishes, and Thomas, you said you weren't a fan, which is totally cool. But what didn't you like about it?
I don't know. I part of the idea of the after show is the free flowing nature of just random talking, and having set questions to go through constantly. It's like, that's I don't want to see that. This isn't.
Yeah, I think it would be fine if it was like towards the end of our chat, like when we've already gotten stuff out of our system. But I don't know. It sets my brain into a mode, and so maybe it's just the placement of it. Although
it could be either way. I mean, I did like talking about some of the cool things that happened, and thank you very much for.
But that's what this is for. This is for to just let it off your mind, and if something to it. And then there's also just like, going through all of Ramsey's stuff where it's like, holy crap, what did you just do? And like, you're nearly dead. Why are you doing this? And like, you're the one who takes the dynamite and runs up to the hole. Like, and so it's like, you're trying to put into a bottle. You can't contain this in a bottle, Ezra. It doesn't work.
That was at the end. I was like, I've got the most hit points. I got to go do this. And Ram's like, no, I got this. I'm like,
I got it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Totally.
We didn't want to, lose the rider and stuff like that. But no, Ramsey is just, they were a driver for like the Wells Fargo wagons and all these other kind of things, and it. The same thing. Yeah, people are shooting at me again. Okay, so wanted to do something different. This is something different.
That got too boring. What the hell is going through Ramsey's head?
Usually, like the front of the wagon, apparently.
You just no, seriously. Were you just like, getting shot at? Same old. Really? Is that okay? All right. I hope Jared never finds that out.
I think so. For me, I think some sort of feedback vehicle is interesting, and not just feedback like player to GM, but also player to player. Because I think one thing that it's easy to do one thing it's hard to do is to remember to be like, that was awesome when you did that, and sort of making that systemic. Kind of maybe in some cases makes it seem more artificial, but I think it also kind of makes you think about it more.
I think whenever anything like that happens, my mind just blanks. Like whatever that's like, what was your favorite moment? I'm just like,
it's like when you're asked to say a sentence in your native language and suddenly you can't, for a mic check or something, and suddenly you can't think of anything.
It's a sound check. When Thomas is like, say something. It's like,
something.
I don't want it now.
Something.
And to me, it's more about like, when we're talking and having a conversation, then it's like, and this, and and remember that because I didn't.
Yeah, we typically go through the moments that we like, and I also just want to throw out there, I'm like, I actually like a part of me was absolutely dreading. When Thomas is just rolling amazing at first, when we're trying to hand the note, and I'm like, no.
Oh my God!
But then that was awesome. Like it was like, okay, like I'm gonna like. I'm glad it was with Thomas because I think any other person it would have been much harder. But like Jared does have the idea in his head, like you're like, no, that was on purpose. It's like, I know what you did. We think alike. I understand you. So I actually like that. I'm glad.
I had totally forgot about that moment. And that moment, even when I was in the moment of it, I was like, "This is great. I am loving this interaction."
Yeah.
I guess as a miss, thinking about it, I would have loved the interaction of presenting it to Susanna and Ramsey, and that was skipped over. That was like waved over.
Yeah,
I did feel like that was a miss.
I wondered about that.
Yeah,
because I was thinking, then this proves, because if you tell Susanna that story, she's going to be like, well, then this proves that it's connected, that he's following us. and he
that's good.
hasn't been rested and stuff like that. So
well, there's still time. If you want to, if that's something, because I just know with my characters, I take notes and I have something written down like, I remember this needs to be addressed at some point. And so, I mean, if you absolutely want to, if that's something that's buzzing around in the back of Susanna's head, like, why did he get this now? Wasn't this? And it's like, well, I guess I won't question it, but it's still gnawing.
Mm-hmm. If
you want to start like pulling at the threads and unraveling next episode, I mean, especially because it's going to be such a horrible situation. We're all injured and we're all going into this. Like it could be just a perfect disaster.
An island full of cannibals.
Well, and the problem is that the time for that question to come up would have been when the map was presented. Because if she has been assured that the ghost is still around, then it's like, okay, the ghost is not necessarily. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, but here's the thing: people like there's definitely times where you see stuff and you're just like, there's all sorts of reasons for like, well, not now. Like if this is the information, we just have to act on this and we have to move. And then
move now.
Yeah. There can. It can definitely be later where you're like, look, I got to ask you about something. Like, this has been bugging me.
Yeah. Elias was actually, was thinking of, while we were discussing at the place, going up to Jared and being like, the devil lied to you. Obviously not out loud, but I had that thought. I mean, I didn't because Elias wouldn't want to break that trust with everybody around, but having that,
it could be interesting to see that all unravel. Like like it'll suck for me, but by all
it was true when he asked.
Well, and that's what we discovered casing the place.
Right.
Like we discovered that they were here, so
very recently.
And Elias knows that this was discovered in San Francisco. It was true then, but not this morning when I got it. They were gone by then.
Maybe if you don't stop in Reno.
And honestly, maybe that's one of the threads that Susanna's brain is pulling on, being like, when that ghost was around us on the train, there were notes flying all of the time,
everywhere.
Yeah. Why are we not getting more information now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'll think about that. I'll think about it if Susanna's still bothered by it, because I would love to watch Jared's house of cards come tumbling down.
I'm just imagining like Susanna's confronting Elias, and then while she's doing that, Jared just grabs a piece of paper, scribbles something out, and like, whoa, ghost! Like, oh,
more notes.
I could see that happening when we're camping outside of Salt Lake before we get there.
Yeah.
If that's a place to
cool.
To have a conversation, maybe where we're like
a couple different combos,
Ramsey,
maybe.
You saw something.
Yeah. Exactly. A couple different combos.
We do it towards the beginning of the episode when I'm more coherent.
I like even retconning a little bit to be like, we haven't arrived in Salt Lake yet.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I'll have that down. So we'll do that.
And I think that's also something that is typically different on a stream than I think in the home games that I'm used to, where we actually need that 20-30 minutes of role play in character to really kind of hash out things. In my experience, my home games don't have that. It's a lot more hack and slash and maybe a little bit here and there.
My home games have a lot of that, so this is just sort of what I'm used to now.
Yeah, back and forth. I have some of them that are just hack and slash, and some of them that I've really done some things with. So
I remember back when we were playing, and just like hour-long debates about stuff.
Yeah, we'd be sitting around Jill's table, and it would be like, "So what did we decide? We haven't."
Well, I think part of me thinks that the opening up a foot massage business with the Unseen Servant was a method of driving someone away from the table.
Well, that was the other, really, who didn't like that?
Yeah, exactly. And when certain individual decided to leave the game because it wasn't for them, I was like, okay, I'm kind of happy about it.
Oh,
it just wasn't gelling. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, and in home games, that's a challenge because you're all friends. And it's like, how do we tell this guy that I really like that, you know what?
Honestly, to that person's credit, they were like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
And
that's fair.
I mean, it just so happened that I was happy about that.
Right.
But also, and again, like the person, friends. So don't want to.
And I like the games that they've done, but it's also just like, well, we're not changing what we're enjoying doing. So
right.
I think we know what the salute. Like, sorry, like we don't want you to not have fun, but we also do want to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're having a lot of fun.
That's a real challenge, and I mean, honestly, it's. I want to speak vaguely here, but it's not just a home game problem.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, anybody have anything else they want to add?
I think that kind of wraps it up. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. Yeah.
Now the Patreons know everything.
I was just dreading the return of a certain NPC.
I was secretly recast. Most people don't realize this. There are 3 episodes of Natural One that you'll never see because I was on the original Natural One cast, and I spent the whole game doing this. Are we still in this fight?
Actually, if you want to see that episode, it is a one-shot, and it is out there.
And it was pretty much exactly like that, where he was like, "Oh, the fighting's bullshit. Let's talk philosophy."
You would like playing with James, because we had just that dragon fight. It was like, should we be rolling for initiative? He's like, no, this is faster.
No, I'm. Trust me, totally. I just had a long conversation with James. He and I are very alike in what we find enjoyable and don't about various games. He likes D&D a little too much, but
he
that's
makes
just
too much. No,
he addresses everything that you have a problem with. I feel.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but it's like I Spire is so character driven, and we just have episodes where it is us going through character stuff, and then like a fight. I'm so confused. What's happening? Why would he drop a fight here? And then it's.
I really like the way he runs a table. I think it is a game that I would enjoy. He's actually coming by to pick up Blades in the Dark from me,
cool.
which I think will be
stop being a bad influence on him. No, I'm sorry.
Anytime I can show someone a system that isn't D&D, I'm gonna do it. Damn it. All right. Well, this has we've touched a lot of bases here, and Patreons, you've touched us. Thank you so much for all you do.
Well, dang, that was a quote. Show us on the.
Show us on the doll
where the God touched you. That was it. Show us on the doll where the God touched you, because we're God touched in Rhyme of the Frost Maiden.
Wow, that went like 3 separate places.
Good night, internet friends.
Good night.
We have to stop for legal reasons.
Good night.
You don't want to hear the conversation, the after party.
Oh, the after is just that's for OnlyFans.
It's a lot of swearing.
It's actually on OnlyFans, and on that bombshell, we are gone. Thank you, guys.